August 2024. It's coming soon. Author Rick J.M. Goetze's first story in his third collection, Little Ricky, the Young Man from Otter Lake, will be available soon. Cancer Hurts, When the Father's Teachings Touch the Son, will soon be available on Amazon and Kobo. When you buy a Little Ricky short story or collection, you're helping to feed the hungry. Rick J.M. Goetze donates all of his royalties to a food bank. From Kobo or Amazon, simply search for books by Richard J.M. Goetze. Simply type in my name, Richard J.M. Goetze, and you'll be able to easily find any of my short stories. Now, as a treat for you, here is a wee sample. How it begins. Cancer Hurts, When the Father's Teachings Touch the Son, by Richard J.M. Goetze.
The evening was calm. Just before sunset, the earlier persistent spring rain began to recede. However, the showers that had soaked the day, even at this later hour, left the streets and sidewalks dotted with cool little puddles of water. Though dusk was now quickly moving across the city, including the streets around the Ottawa Civic Hospital, several dozen people, it seemed, still moved speedily to and from the facility, as if it were midday. About 10 minutes after descending the 85 OC Transpo Britannia-bound bus and rushing to enter the hospital, Ricky finally arrived at a closed, heavy wooden door on the building's fifth-floor oncology ward of its east wing. A well-scripted sign on the door warned, "Do not enter unless medical gowns, latex gloves, and surgical masks are worn." Ricky heeded the warning, and as such looked to his left and spotted the familiar cart parked adjacent to the door. This trolley was heaped as usual with all of the things visitors needed to wear in order to visit a patient. The lad moved unhurriedly toward the cart and then dressed himself in a lemon yellow gown, blue latex gloves, and a baby blue surgical mask. In an instant, he rapped at the door. When there was no answer, he slowly pushed the heavy door open and went inside. In a bed that flanked the window, he found his father, Cyril, whose chest was raising and falling as he breathed in and out in a gentle sleep. Ricky moved toward the bed and gently grasped his father's hand, squeezed it softly, and whispered, "Hello, Dad, I'm sorry that I am so late. It took me forever to cross the city due to the rain. It seems the city slows to a snail's pace when it rains." Ricky's eyes welled with tears as he looked down at his father's sunken, grayish-toned face. Cyril, now awake, slowly turned his head and forced open his eyes. He tried to cough, but seemed to not have the energy to do so. Instead, he swallowed, licked his drying lips, and then, in a weak, muffled voice, mouthed, "Hello, Ricky. Thank you for coming. I appreciate your visits." Cyril pulled his other arm out from under the bed covers, grabbed the side rail of his bed, and tried to hoist himself up to a sitting position. Upon realizing his father needed help, Ricky moved forward to assist his dad sit up by gently placing both of his hands under his father's back and shoulders. Ricky then grabbed and placed Cyril's pillows behind his dad's back for support. Once comfortable, Cyril turned to Ricky, forced a weak smile, and asked, "Tell me, my son, what is in today's news?" Ricky smiled and tried to force himself not to cry, his eyes nonetheless dampened. Not wanting his dad to see tears streaking down his face, Ricky turned away and grasped the back of a chair which was not too far away from the bed. He dragged it closer to the bed, and as he did, it made a squawky, screeching sound as its legs rubbed against the tiled, polished floor.
Cancer Hurts, When the Father's Teachings Touch the Son, by Richard J.M. Goetze. A short story from Little Ricky, the Young Man from Otter Lake.